Brenda says she's cooking and can't really sit and write because she wanted to take notes. I'm recording, Brenda. All right, cool. So um we wanted to do a committee meeting to just kind of check in this day one of the sale, kind of go over how the launch has gone for the book fair, if there's any lingering logistical questions or issues that we wanted to address as a committee, and also what kind of like marketing we're going to continue doing in the coming days. Um, so I had an agenda. I don't know where the heck I put it though. But before we even get into it, maybe we can do some quick intros. I don't know if everybody knows everybody on the call. So just your name, what grade your child is in, and if you set up your e-wallet yet. That's the icebreaker question. So you could go for first, Brenda, because I know you're bouncing around.
Hi, my name is Brenda Colon. I'm the mom to Jairo and Evangeline Reyes. Jairo's in first grade. Eva is in, oops, sorry, corrected. He's in second grade. And Eva's in uh, kindergarten. Thank you. I got it, I think. And yes, we did set up their e-wallets as of yesterday. I was looking around and stuff. So we're excited.
Anyone could go next.
Okay.
Hey everyone.
Oh,
I'm oh sorry, Cheryl. um so hey everyone, I'm Jenny. Mom to Kaya Garcia. She's in kindergarten. And Sean, have we set it up? I don't know. I was asking for the link earlier. I wasn't in charge of all of that stuff. I'm pretty sure we did. Um and that was it, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And I'm Sean. I'm also Kaya's parent, and she's in kindergarten now. It's a blur. It's like, is it kindergarten? It's been a weird year. So yes, and we set up the e-wallet yesterday. We just don't know how to share it yet. We got to find that little share icon.
okay, I guess I'll go. I'm Cheryl Wolf, and I'm the school librarian for Star and Neighborhood. It's my 16th year, I believe. Um, and I'm happy to, I don't have an e-wallet account, but I was looking at the bookshelves and I did a mini tour, and there are a lot of super popular books there. And whatever I can do to help in terms of like marketing, either the books themselves or the value of books, we'll talk more of it. That's me.
Yeah, it's gonna be very helpful.
Liz, mom to Gertie, who's in first grade. And we have not set up the e-wallet. I looked through the site this morning on my commute into work, and I'm excited to somehow find some time to sit down with Gertie and actually like start exploring books and put together a wish list and all of that with her.
Awesome. And Marina. Oh.
Yeah, I'm cooking too. Uh, my name is Marina. My son is Ian. He's in second grade. The e-wallet I had before, so I don't think I'm gonna be doing that this year because it's gonna be mostly me doing all the shopping because it's actually just me. So, if anybody is gonna want, they'll just forward me and I'll do all the shopping.
They could just Venmo it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, and we took Kaya through the virtual tour, and she was very excited about it. It wasn't like the physical book fair for sure, but the interactiveness of it and being able to click on things, and some of them have like little video previews and stuff like that. She was really digging it, and so she already got me for 5 books. So yeah, I think the kids will enjoy it when you sit down with them and go through it with them. So yeah, so the agenda I had was I could just put it in the chat here, but just a really quick agenda. Questions that we still have on the technical stuff, talking about our daily goals, continuing the conversation on the raffle, quick conversation on Scholastic Bucks and setting up proposals to use the Scholastic Bucks, and then any marketing needs that we think that we need to meet. So outside of the Q&A we just did right now, is there any questions that people still have about the book fair, how it runs, how we manage it, anything like that? All right, cool. Yeah. So on the back end, we have a chairperson tool kit, like a little interface on the back end that we can see, you know, the daily sales and all that kind of stuff. And it's a little wonky. It doesn't update as quickly as we would want it to. But I contacted Scholastic and I wanted to see if we could create a login that is a general login so I can share it with all y'all. So if you are inclined to sign in, you can do that because right now it's linked to my personal account. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And as long as people are using the links and checking out using our link, then we'll get the 25% credit. And it's going to be in the form of Scholastic dollars, which is their internal currency.
So the 25%
yeah.
is just a cap. There's like, regardless of how many books we sell or how much money we put as a goal, 25% will be is the cap.
Yeah,
right?
in the past when we did
Uh,
physical
it-
book fairs, it could be up to 55%. Like last year, we got the highest tier because we did over $4,000 in sales, so we were able to get 55% of all that. But the cap is 25% because, you know, it doesn't take as much to run this book fair. But
But if we were to do, say, down the road when it's warmer, and we get approval, everything looks good, and we decide to do one physically at the school, will it go back to those higher?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
it's
it's just a
for
virtual book fair is locked at 25%.
Got it.
Yeah, we talked about possibly in the spring. Darlene was saying that maybe the next one we can do, because you know they deliver those bins, those rolling bins, and we could have them stored in the lobby, and then upon recess we could set them up in the courtyard. But it just takes a little bit more of an effort with volunteers and getting, you know, making social distancing is happening and stuff like that. But it's something that we could definitely think about. We might be able to, because you know the virtual interface is available even while the physical one is happening. So I wonder if we'll still get the high percentages if most of the sales are still happening virtually, or if they'll lock that out at 25%. I'm not sure. We can investigate.
Okay.
All right, cool. So if there's no more questions and people are kind of like feeling comfortable with the setup, then we can go into the conversation on the goals. So we set the goal at our last committee meeting of 1,500 as the goal. When I entered that into the system, it wasn't a round number on the books. So I rounded the books goal. It was like 197 books was the math that it calculated off of $1,500. So I just rounded it to 200 books, and that brought us to $1,600 in sales. And so that would basically make a daily goal, because it's a 10-day book fair, a daily goal of around $150 to $160. So far today, Jenny, you saw it last, it was like
135
135
for today's
on the first
sales.
day. So we haven't
So
met our
far.
daily goal, but you know, it's still the first day and people are still even
Figuring it
just
out.
finding out that we have it. Yeah. Yes. So I can send like an email to everyone every day with like where we're at on the goal. Remember we said if we were like significantly not hitting our goals that we had to reevaluate what kind of marketing we were doing or something like that. So since we're kind of like near goal, at goal, it seems like what we're doing with the daily posts that we did for that countdown seems to be working pretty well. But we'll see how it continues over the next couple of days. Any thoughts on the goals or how we should track them? Okay, awesome. The next thing is the raffle. So I contacted Jody and told her our idea of trying to see if we could get families to use the pep rally as a way to engage them in the raffle. She says that she thinks logistically it might be a bit hard to keep track of all the families and kids who comment in the Zoom chat during the pep rally, because there's just so many kids and not all of their names are correct and all that kind of stuff. So the idea that she proposed is maybe on Class Dojo, we put a post encouraging people to sign up for our new listserv or to follow our new Instagram account, which you might have seen went live today. And if they follow or sign up for the listserv, that enters their family into the raffle. So, and then we said we would select like 3 kids who would get or 3 families who would get a gift certificate. So we have to kind of flesh out what that would look like. Anyone have any ideas or thoughts on Jody's proposal?
Yeah, how will we know specifically? Because then we would have to look to see the name. Do we have access to the service to see what name goes with what email? Because I know when you sign up for the survey, it asks you for full name and then the email. Just to like alleviate confusion, like, oh, I did that. And it's like, no, you didn't. We don't have your name or email on file.
Yeah, for the listserv, it's through MailChimp, and they give really good reports on like who signed up and when. So we would be able to track that pretty easily. Social media is a little different. We have a private Instagram account and people have to get approval. So we can track it. It just takes a little bit more work. So we would have to assign somebody on the team to kind of keep track of the Instagram followers. It's not much. We got like 10 followers, you know. We'll see.
What's
Hopefully
your
we get another
handle?
10.
What's the handle?
Oh, it's Star Academy PTA.
The only thought I have, because I think those are, yeah, we want to incentivize both of those things, right? People joining them. But both of them are about the parents doing it, right? Like if the purpose of the raffle was to get the kids hyped, one thing, I mean, I know that like it would be asking a teacher to do something, but like if there was a way to say like, here's a Google Drive folder, drop a picture of you holding your favorite book in here, like something that like the kids, it's not like a huge amount of work, is related to reading. And then like very quickly, like we can see who turned it in because like there they are, you know, with their name. But I don't know the logistics within like the DOE's like Google domain, how to do that, right? Like we can't set up that Drive folder, I assume.
Yeah.
Or even if we did a post and just have the kids put your name and a picture of your favorite book, and it enters you for a raffle, so we physically see the kid as well as the name. Because I know people do upload pictures on Dojo.
I have a thought. I don't know if you finished, Brenda. I don't want to cut anybody off. I guess. All right. So, in combination with both Brenda and Liz, because my brain is like turning because I like thinking about this stuff. So, I had thought of, because the kids have assignments where they are reading to create stories, right? Or they're making stories based off things that happen in their lives, or, you know, something to that extent. Maybe they can, yes, take a picture or maybe draw or something and relates to writing, and that includes something based off of their favorite book. And they can, so it's also like they're also completing an assignment for school. So it's not taking away, but also adding, and they can just submit it to us. If that's something the teachers want to do, they can maybe announce it in like their morning meeting where all the kids are on and say, hey, we're going to do this. And as part of the assignment, if you submit it, it'll get you a chance, the kids a chance to win a book.
it be like manipulative to have them promote a book that's in the book fair? Like to look through the
I mean, it's up to
store
them.
and
I don't know. They get to choose. Maybe the kid we allow the kid to choose whatever book they want. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Yeah, the other idea I had, kind of related to what you just said, Cheryl, was like almost like a scavenger hunt of the book fair, but not like with a find the book that, nothing specific, but just like find a book that you think looks funny, or find a book that you think looks whatever. And that way we know they went into the book fair as well. But again, that also relies on parents a bit more, but maybe that's okay.
Like for the younger grades, yeah. I mean, I have some more ideas. I don't know if we're sharing ideas still. Is that what we're doing now? And they're just ideas, so we could kind of build upon them. You know, I thought of Cheryl, maybe if this is not to put more work on whatever else you got going on, but like our school librarian doing a book reading, and the kids can enter to win a book by just asking a question, right? Asking you they answer a question about what you have just read to them, and then we can choose.
so would that be like a live reading and they put something?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to do whatever. I'm trying to like
Or
imagine what that would,
yeah, because usually the
like
book
after
readings,
school dinner.
it could be
Yeah,
on,
like something that we host, like we would like launch the Zoom. It would be like an event that the PTA hosts.
it
Sure.
could also
Live
be on
reading
a
with Miss Wolf.
weekend day, not to add more to everybody's plate. We could play
No,
around with, I don't know, ideas.
Sure.
But Kaya's entered things like that on Instagram, where she had someone she likes, she follows them, they've read a book, or she's
Mhm.
watched a video, and it's just ask us a question and you will choose randomly who wins this book that they just read. So maybe it's a popular book that all the kids like, which maybe we can purchase, right? And get to you. And they would be able to get a chance to win that particular book.
So where are the books? Are the books going to be shipped to school? The ones that aren't shipped to homes?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds great. I think just because we wanted to do a quick check-in, maybe if we want to flesh out these ideas more, we can like type them up and shoot them around in an email. But maybe like the one that we can go with the quickest for the, because it sounds like there's a couple. We
I
might
have
do a
two
couple.
more ideas, but I'll leave. I can quickly say them, and then you guys can think about it, and we can chat by email.
Yeah, go for it.
I think Sean, you mentioned this earlier, was like, you know, get the parents to sign up for the Star PTA listserv. I think that's what it is. And also like our new Instagram page will enter you for a chance to win a book. And then one is ask a question on Dojo or Instagram, and what it is that you love about reading. That's it. Since we're going with the theme of love, like what is it you love most about reading?
Yeah, and we could do that one closer to like Valentine's Day towards the end of the book fair. That could be like the last raffle.
Yep.
I asked Scholastic too if we can use our Scholastic dollars to create gift cards, because I think, you know, since there's varying, you know, with the grade levels, there's varying books that they're interested in, to just say, oh, this book, it might not be grade appropriate, but if it's a gift card, a $25 or $30 credit or something like that, that will encourage them to continue to utilize the bookstore and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna hear back from them tomorrow. I have a call with the Scholastic rep, and I'll let y'all know if that's approved. If not, we can also propose to take it out of the PTA budget. Like we could do like 3 contests over the course of the book fair. This initial random drawing that we're talking about, if people sign up for our listserv or follow our Instagram, a second event where we have a live reading with Cheryl and they can win a gift card, and then a third event which can be like, you know, show your love for reading, like all these ideas that Jenny just came up with. Would people be into that? Like 3 events over the course of the 10 days?
3 giveaways?
3 giveaways.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, all right. So when I talk to the Scholastic folks tomorrow, I'll find out where we would take that from, and we would just submit that to the PTA. The executive board will vote on it since we're in between meetings. All right, cool. So that sounds good. And then the next thing on the agenda is to talk about our Scholastic Bucks. So right now, we've been gathering Scholastic dollars for a few years and not really using them. So like at least 2 years that they haven't been used. We had a couple ideas. We were working with Cheryl last year, asking what were some needs for the library possibly. And so trying to figure out what we could do with the book, Scholastic Bucks. But we have $3,000 in there. And a couple things that you can access through, they have like their internal catalog where you can buy books, of course. So we can buy, bulk purchases of books. We can also buy what's like school supplies. They have school supplies in there. They also have like furniture, like there's like chairs and desk and sitting stations, all this kind of stuff. But the real cool thing that we found last year that we thought might be cool is that they have these subscriptions, like 1-year subscriptions to a library of books or a library of videos. So like, for instance, there's a whole STEM package, everything related to STEM. And it's like, for instance, we have Epic Books that the school utilizes, and they have a subscription to Epic Books. It's the same kind of idea as a subscription to this Scholastic catalog. There's like a whole catalog of comic books, graphic novels, so they can access digital versions of every graphic novel that they want. And we can give the username to every single kid in the school. And they have a free year of access. It costs like $500 or $600, I think, something like that. But that's something that we can use our Scholastic dollars towards.
Can you find out, what is that called? Do you know what that product is called?
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. But
yeah. But what I can do is I can share the catalog link to everybody, and then y'all can all kind of browse through it and see if anything pops out as things that we can possibly purchase. And what we would do is, as the book fair committee, we would look at the things that are accessible and submit a proposal to the PTA to use the money for that. Because I think that's just why it hasn't been used, is no one's put together a proposal of how to use it. Jenny, I know you've looked into the catalog a lot. Is there other stuff that I'm missing?
No, it's mostly that kind of stuff. I haven't actually taken a peek at it since last school year. So I was going to do that over the next coming days and see if there's anything that was new features, because since now it's all virtual, if they've added or opened up other options for us to use the Scholastic dollars towards.
Actually, I found the link. I just shared it in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can share the screen here. So this is their catalog, and you see we have almost $3,000 in there. And then you can just kind of click through and find the digital products, all that kind of stuff. But I like the idea.
Offer?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
The virtual
sorry.
offers. Talk about it. Yeah.
They're anywhere from $800 to $1,200
For
to have the author of a book do a virtual reading, and you get 150 books and some other stuff along with it.
I can arrange book talk. I mean, I can arrange that outside of Scholastic.
Yeah, so
they
got 150 books they add. No, just joking.
Cheryl's like, I got that hookup. Don't worry about it.
But I'm all for getting books to kids, like filling their spaces with books. That's what I'd love to see.
Off topic, is the school library accepting book donations? Like if we're revamping our child's library and there's some stuff that's in really good condition. I don't know with COVID. What that looks like.
I haven't been there in while. I haven't
Mm.
been in the space, but I always accept them. Well, pre-COVID, I accept donations on the condition that I always say, I probably can't use it in the library, but if I can give it to classrooms or have a free bookshelf. And we did talk about getting a
Getting-
cute, like little free library type thing in the lobby. Not like it used to be kind of a mess and people would drop off their old like accounting textbooks or something. It would have to be sort of maintained, but something nice.
Appropriate.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm really pushing for kids getting not just library books. Yeah, that too, but having books, having their own, starting to have their own libraries.
Okay.
So that's just where I'm.
Maybe there's something we could set up outside of the build in front of the school where kids can, you know.
So yeah, there's a parent at Neighborhood who was talking about donating books, and then I suggested a book swap, but like really good condition, so that we could have like a free book fair or something like that when the
Okay.
weather's nice.
All right.
And my PTA at the school I work at does that once a month. They just like after school hours pick a park, and it's a different park, and people just like bring their bags of books and lay them out, and then the kids
Beautiful.
like, you know, distantly
Awesome.
see each other, which is really nice because they don't get to do that, and everyone's masked, and then they take home a different set of books, and it's apparently been like super easy and just like really casual, which is nice.
I love
Oh.
that idea.
Pop
I would
up
love
kind
to do
of,
that.
yeah, free book fairs, yeah. And then, and yeah, we could talk to your PTA too and make sure that we're not doubling up on locations and see what other areas might need to, you know, might need to get books. But yeah, so the last thing on the agenda is just marketing. So the marketing for the book fair is fair. It's not fairly. One of the reasons we like working with Scholastic is they have a lot of pre-made marketing material. And I usually do adaptations to it. I add stuff to it, but it's not much work. But they have cool things like obviously the social media posts, like the images, like Clifford and all that kind of stuff that we've been using. They have a lot of stuff around Valentine's Day. So as we get closer to Valentine's Day, we can start doing those posts. They also have like 15-second videos that we're going to be sharing, like preschool books, you know, the featured ones of the season kind of thing. So we'll be sharing all that stuff on social media and Dojo. But is there anything that people would want to see in terms of marketing? I know we've talked about like creating a post to invite friends to join the book fair. That's something I have in my
Did you?
my
Yeah.
list.
Go ahead, Miss Wolf. It's okay.
I don't know if you brought up like teacher so-and-so recommends, you know, Ms. Goldman recommends, and have the virtual equivalent of like the little card next to the book. Or it could be a post, you know, in Instagram, some kind of post of.
So I could do like a
We
graphic
don't
for
want
the
to
wish
ask
list.
teachers to do too much stuff these days.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's easy enough for me to put together like little graphics with the wish list with the 3 to 5 books they're suggesting. I could just get the covers of each of them and put together a nice little image. This is the recommendations for first graders kind of thing.
So in my school site, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. We call it Friendship Day. You know, it's one of those cliche holidays. But as well as that happening on the 14th, we're also prepping for the Chinese New Year's on the 12th. So maybe along with Valentine's Day, we could throw in Chinese New Year's as well, because I know there are Asian families in our school as well.
Yeah, the year of the ox, right? The year of the ox.
Yeah,
Get
I
some
had to
marketing
learn that.
stuff related to that.
Also, because I just asked the kids if they knew about the book fair, and they're like, "No, where's the book fair? Did we miss it?" Blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if the teachers have told them yet about the book fair. So I know after we get off this call, I'm gonna be bombarded like, "Let's go shopping," like you. So
Yeah, maybe would someone be down to contact Darlene? Because I feel like I contact her like 5 times a day, just hit her up and say the committee wanted to know if teachers could share it either on Google Classroom, which I know if they've done for past, like, you know, like when the DOE does surveys and stuff like that, they share it on Google Classroom. So maybe there's a way that we can get the teachers to share it on Google Classroom so that when kids go in to see their classwork for the day, they can see that the book fair is going on. Would someone be down to hit up Darlene about that? Nice. Thanks, Cheryl. Perfect. Awesome. So some additional ideas to the Scholastic graphics is doing some stuff around Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, and also some stuff around, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the wish list for when we get wish lists from the teachers. Awesome. Those are great ideas. Cool.
Sean,
So yeah, go ahead.
oh, when you said wish list, are those books that they want for their classrooms or books that they're recommending? Or
Books that
both?
they're recommending. Yeah, books that they're recommending. So maybe we should use different language so it doesn't get confusing. That's a good point.
Okay.
So we
I
should
was
call it like
confused.
recommendation lists. We should probably
Something
say,
like
yeah, that's a good idea. All right, awesome. So it's 6 o'clock. We said we were going to keep this to 30 minutes. Did we want to schedule our next meeting, or did we want to just through email figure out when would be the best time to meet? I don't know if we, you know, feel like we need to meet again soon.
Well, I think maybe in like let the book fair run like maybe the rest of the week, and then set up a meeting like after Friday for maybe Monday, just to touch base again.
So maybe
But then again, we could set it up in email, like you said.
So maybe like on Friday or Saturday, we could just do a little email correspondence and see if people feel like we have to meet, and we can set up a time, maybe, you know, Wednesday of next week, or something like that. Cool. Thumbs up.
Hey,
Nice. All right. Yeah,
did you
Jenny.
want to talk about quickly setting, like each of us setting a goal of sharing our links so that I know you had mentioned it, but I don't know if you want to talk about that really quick.
Yeah. Oh, there's two that, yeah. So one thing is, Jenny was saying that we should probably, as a committee, set up personal goals of how many people we're going to share the link to for the book fair. So some numbers that were thrown out were like 3 people or 5 people. We probably already started that work, but are people down to take a commitment of like 5 people you're going to send the book fair link to? Would people be down for that? So as a committee, we're like the vanguards of outreach for the book fair. Everybody down for the 5-person goal?
Is it something that we could post on social media? Like, hey, so, no.
Yeah, maybe
I-
that. Maybe I should, after I create the post for to share on social media to invite people to participate in the book fair, maybe it's that. Maybe it's sharing it on your social media and then, you know, messaging it to 4 or 5 friends.
I guess I have a question that,
Yeah.
like, what if somebody donated some extra money for the e-wallet, like the PTA e-wallet? How can we communicate to families? What's going to be how are you going to identify, or how are people going to identify themselves as wanting to shop or wanting to use those e-wallet dollars? Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Like, how are we going to match the?
The plan was, I think it was Saturday's post is going to be encouraging families to reach out to Darlene if they want to participate in the book fair, but they're having some financial stress, to reach out, because people are comfortable, I think, with Darlene and have those conversations regularly. So that's what we were going to centralize it through her, and then she was going to help us out with that, just so that people didn't feel like that, you know, they were putting their business out there.
Right.
All right, cool. So that I'll make that social media post, and then if people are down to commit to sharing it with 5 people or in 5 places, or a culmination of the 2, and then when we do our check-in, we can hold you accountable. Did you share it 5 times?
Can we share it outside of a Star Academy family. Like if I wanted my, because I know my sister-in-law is a teacher, and she's like for the love of reading for her life, and then my nephew loves reading after her. Can we share that with them? Because then they need to make a Star Academy account if we just share
Yeah,
the
as
school
long as they
link?
use the link, we'll get the credit.
Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, okay. So okay, perfect.
Oh.
Already like 10 people popping ahead.
All right. I don't know if this is weird, but I don't know if neighborhood school is doing a book fair, and I know that book fairs are always open to both schools. I could definitely like put something out there. I think people would go for that.
That's a good idea.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot to reach out to them. You forget that we share a school when we're not physically there and see each
Yeah,
other.
and at least the PTA
Lisa,
people are so
yeah.
good. The PTA presidents this year, Karen and Lisa.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talk all the. I
It would
talk to
be a
them all the
nice, like,
time about other stuff. I just
community-
forgot about this. Yeah.
So if they're down for that, Sean, then you could send the email with the PDF that you sent to Jody. You can send it to Cheryl if they're down to, you know.
I'll talk to, I don't know, I'll ask principal. I can't see she'd object. I can't see that anybody could object to having a bookstore, a book fair, right?
Well, and I know too,
Opportunity.
TNS parents are usually down to support Star families as well.
Yeah.
As a Title I school.
So that's
so
what I can
always good
do.
on that.
I mean, yeah, or that's one thing I can do.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. The last thing I forgot to mention before we close is for our committees, it's best if we have someone who's a designated chair for the committee, just so that they can be the person who drafts up the report to the board and stuff like that. Just like, you know, a 3 to 5 line report every month to the board. And also too, they're the ones that would send out the Zoom credentials, and draft up an agenda. Is anyone down to take on the chair responsibilities for the book fair committee? Jenny, nice. Awesome.
Can I have a co-chair? Somebody, just in case I'm not available or something happens. There's like some.
Yeah.
I don't mind co-chairing if that's okay. Because I was like, oh, Sean always tries to like, you know, put that little pinch in the side of me, like Brenda. And I'm like, I'm not really tech savvy. And you saw what happened, that I was sending emails from the beginning of the year and not sending it to anybody. So
I mean, you don't gotta be. I just wonder if there's
no,
like
yeah, that I don't have a problem. That works. It's not an
Okay.
issue. I'm good at like taking the notes and stuff and drafting and then sending it to you, and you could do all your magic like Sean does.
I'm not
That's
that good.
perfect. So I'll share, Jenny and Brenda, I'll share like our social media logins and all that kind of stuff with y'all. So y'all can use that to pivot the book fairs. Cool. And then hopefully I'll talk less next meeting because I won't be the chair. Yay. All right, y'all.
Cheryl, you had something
Thanks so
you wanna
much.
say?
Oh, no. Nice.
Good night, guys.
All right.
Enjoying
Have a
our
good
time
night.
together to see different people than little kids.
Agreed.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, see ya.